What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Now I got my homeboy Nino here from Outlaws. All right, so look, we want to talk about child support. And I wanted to bring a brother that's actually going through it. On my show, I talk about child support, the child support system. I'm against the child support system. This is My Life in the Shop. All right, hold on. What's going on, Nino? Brother, it's good to have you on, brother. What's to it?
How you feeling, that good brother? Yes,
brother,
indeed.
I'm trying to enjoy this weather. We finally got some warm weather out.
It's a beautiful day out, you know?
Man, yes. Brother, so it's good to have a man's perspective, but I want to have a female's perspective as well. So I'm going to try to get a female's perspective, and let's talk about child support. When a father is trying to be in a child's life. I just did a show, a man killed his child and the mother for putting him on child support. And he was trying to talk to her about, hey, you know, can we get this child support? Can we talk about it? And she didn't want to talk. She just said, get you. And that's what took him over the edge. What you think about? So I wanted to bring you on to talk about the child support system. You've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while. What's going on?
Well, basically, I'm in my 40s, and I was a young man on child support at the age of 17 years old.
Damn, bro.
And I'll never forget the story of that, because a lot of times, we got it, and the courts got it set up for kids that's teens, 16, 17, 18 years old, which you adult considered somewhat of adult at 18. You can have them formal type of thoughts to where you can have a child being born, you'll be able to take care and so forth. So I never forget my baby mother, my child's mother. She was 16, and when she was pregnant, and I was just turning 17. And her parents and my parents, which it was two parents, it wasn't one parent. It was my mom and my stepfather, her mom and her father. And they sat down and they had this conversation that should they abort the baby or should they keep the baby? And my mom and stepfather thought it was an idea to keep the baby, and her mom and stepfather thought it was a good idea to abort the baby. So, you see, he's here, he's 23 years old, and my mom and them idea worked. But his mom and dad was the ones that really that was really there for him. I was 16 years old, and we wasn't, I could say in our beginning, we wasn't really there like that. So over time, he started dealing with us. Maybe he was 5 and so forth. But at that point, his grandmother, so even on the court papers, because it took me a long time to clear all of that up. So I owe no child.
So how come they even went to court? How come this even went to the court system?
Because like his mom thought, see, it wasn't about me and her. It was about the parents. Because my mom was not, and my stepfather not step up. Her, not her mother, but the actual grandmother. Like, you know what? Since I see his mom and them, they step up quickly. She went. I mean, she didn't even take a whole 365 days. She went up to, he wasn't even right away. Courthouse right away. Put me on child support 17 years old, okay? 17 years old. So, and it wasn't about me because I was there, but I was there, his whole time, because we were still together at that time. It was about the fact that my mom and stepdad didn't, do what the grandmother was doing. Dad was present, but grandparents weren't, so she put me on child support immediately. So, at 17 years old, I was on child support, dealing with that. And it was only because of the confusion between the grandparents. It wasn't that I wasn't there. So when I say we wasn't there as a whole, but Dad was there, Dad was there, and And then I was already on child support before he turned 1 year old, and been present, and still been with his mom.
Damn, bro. So you was with the mom, you on child support, going to the court system.
If you look at the paperwork, you'll think me and the grandmother had the baby, because she was 16 years old, the mom, and I was 17, and her mother had to sign because she was her legal guardian. So if you look at all our court papers, it looks like I had a baby with the grandmother. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Because it say her versus me, the grandmother. You know, I don't want to say no names, you know, but it says her versus me.
Yeah, right,
so,
right.
So my advice to that, you know, because I did get all that clear, is just stick in there and, you know, because even at the end, you know, they wasn't at court. That's how I was able to, you know what I'm saying, get that all seized up off of me, you know what I'm saying, back child support. And another thing about child support, if you don't face off with that, they'll bill you for your best job you had.
Right.
So say if you work, so say if you work in a job paying $9, if you ever had a $15 an hour job, they're gonna go to that and say, well, hey, you making this much money. Right. And you probably did that job 2-3 years ago. So the thing about it is to be in attendance with everything. You see your name on any paper, anything, you go be a part of that. You do not just go around like, oh, you know what? Because I can say as a young man, I did make that mistake. I was looking at the courts because we was younger and everybody like, oh, courts can't tell me nothing, you know. My parents told me I could have a baby, woo out the bam, you know what I'm saying? And you think you grown, and then that stuff stack up on you, you know what I'm saying? You like, I'm in my kid's life, I'm here. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You actually gotta go and be attendance to that. And I can say, if any mistake I made that, I should have definitely been going to court, you know what I'm saying? But I end up going back to that, and I don't owe any child support. You understand what I'm saying? But I was a young man on child support at the age of 17 years old. Definitely.
Dang, 17 years, brother. I was still, man, I can't remember what I was doing at 17, man. But I wasn't paying no child support. Man, but so, you know, one of my things is, you know, for a lot of men run away from it. And I'm telling men, hey, ain't no running away from it. You got to square off with it right away. And there's some good men and some bad men. There's some men that try to dodge it, duck and dodge it. And ain't no ducking and dodge it. It's going to hit you smack in the face. Ain't no getting away from it. So I tell a lot of men, yo, square off with it right away and try not to get it to go to court. Because once it goes to the court system, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap when it gets to the court system. So what would you tell people, man? How did it have an effect as far as with your child? How did your child, you know, seeing that, you know, effect of you going to court? And how did it affect you financially and as far as the situation at hand?
You know, any debt like that is crucial. You know, when the numbers roll up on child support and you actually trying to get any financial back in your first apartment. And matter of fact, my first apartment, brother, you familiar with, was Brittany Woods.
Right.
My first apartment I ever had at the age of 18. So at the age of 18, I was living on my own in my apartment in Brittany Woods. Mm-hmm. You know? And even going through that, you know, I had to discuss to them, you know, back child support. You know what I'm saying? That was on credit and stuff like that. And, you know, that always hinder you with anything. So I also say when you happen to go through a battle like that and you go to child support, always go up with custody in mind too. Do not just go in there you just trying to see how the money go. You know, so actually step up even if you don't have no parents or friends to help you with your child. You know what I'm saying? Just really, you know, take a list each day and paying out your weeks and stuff, how you can, you know, take your child and you know, schedule things that you can do really as a man, get into a set schedule to what you can do with the child. So you not only going to court for child support, you also going to court as custody or joint custody. That way you don't have to go through the matters of, hey, can I see the baby? And we ain't going through that. Since I'm already in court, we're going to discuss custody and joint custody. So while the girls running and the queens running up there, because some of them need the child support, but some people don't like to play fair as far as time and how we going to go about raising the child as far as co-parenting. So keep that in mind. When anybody pull you in court, hey, this is my child. Hey, I want time with my child. Matter of fact, don't even just go for time. I want custody.
So look, bro, I did a few shows. Damn, I got a hell of that show. Damn, I don't know what they. All right, so bro, I did a few shows, man, and I tell who I'm not gonna say any names of who I went to court with, but I went to court. One of my partners, you know him, and bro, the courtroom was 300 people, 300 people, man. This was Markham Courthouse. Packed outside, and everybody that went up there was just trying to see their child. And a lot of our queens, bro, is like, I'm not trying to let the father see the child. And I'm like, dang, and the judge was granting, nope. And a lot of people was going up there like, man, judge, I just want to see my child. I just want to see my child. And the judge was just like, pink, nope, beat it. Did you ever go through that? And what did you see when you was in court watching other people go up there? Did you see good fathers up there? Did you see deadbeat dads go up there? What was your impression when you was watching in that courtroom?
Now, one thing I can say about Markham Courthouse and marriage, I went on one side of Markham Courthouse and got married, and I came to the other side and got a divorce. Okay, and I'm 40. I've never been to a wedding to this day. So that means most people around me, my close friends and family and everybody, they do not get married. Because I was the one that got married, and even 3 years later, I'm still the only one. So even looking at all that to go to a divorce. So after divorce, that's almost like the same thing, because you got to chop up things, you got to chop up, properties, how the kids go, all of that. So in the courts of seeing that, it's like, it's a revolving door. A lot of people got the same idea. They go to one side of the court, and it's very easy to get married, and it's extremely hard to get divorced. I mean, you can do it, especially if you have somebody contesting it. But if your marriage is worth anything to where you guys had kids and properties and things of that's extremely complicated. You know what I'm saying? And it can get, so sometimes you have it to where the kids pick sides, and I want to do it. That's a big topic with that, and I tell a lot of people, you got to understand wording. If you pro se, you don't have attorney, because you got attorney to be costly. If you pro se, you got to understand the language. A lot of times a parent can alienate your kid away from you, and that's called alienated custodial parental rights. And a lot of people don't even know what that means, especially our community. The black community, they don't really know what parental alienation is. Right. Look up what parental alienation is. Each one of y'all is going through stuff like that. Parental alienation. Look that up. Look and see what that is. Look and see what so many people going through, and you be like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we go to the doctor, and the doctor tell you have such and such. You don't even know what it is, because it's the language. He breaking down like this, what this is. Then when you find out what it is, you're like, oh, I got them symptoms. So when you look up parental alienation, you can see what you're going through with it, and that's almost like a lightweight. And of course, with the family court, that's almost like a charge. Where it is a charge, it can become a charge. If the parent that got the child is keeping the child away from you, right, they can, especially if you pro se, your lawyer know. If you got a lawyer, hey, because some of them, they professional, but you just a client, so you got to work with your lawyer too on things. You got to tell them like, man, what's this? What's parental alienation? Well, my thing is, I went with a lot of pro se, because we was going about doing an uncontested divorce. And,
the child support and the divorce, right?
Yeah, so which one you asking?
Both. I mean, as far as the uncontested divorce, that was, as far as the lawyer wise.
Okay, as far as lawyers, that could be tens of thousands. my thing is, can't nobody tell my story like me. And I'll always wait. If it's too late and it's like, it's a little bit haywire, that's when I'll seek attorney as far as me. But I'm not suggesting that with everybody. Some people, you know, I don't speak the language. I'd rather have attorney sometimes, but I know that can be very cost efficient. You know what I'm saying, with attorneys. Right. And then I like to say this too. You know, if you are going to Markham courthouse, the honorable Judge Sharon, Judge Sharon, don't let me chop her name up wrong. Johnson, Judge Sharon Johnson. Yeah. She's a pretty even judge. I mean, I've been dealing with Judge Johnson because there's only 2 courts that handle the marriage and custody battles with kids. And I've been blessed to have Ms. Johnson. I mean, she seems fair, you know. I mean, she don't like to pit the kids against each other and stuff, you know. So if you got to go to Markham to get custody, man, try to make sure you please go in front of Ms. Johnson. Okay.
So one of the things in our community is that the children are not growing up with fathers, don't have the fathers in their life. And what a lot of times the statistics show that 73 to 90% of black families or black children would not grow up to be with fathers. And it's a myth, a legend that fathers don't want to be in their children's life. And so often, a lot of fathers want to be in their child's life. But however, once they put on child support or going through that system, a lot of them just say, all right, forget it. Y'all have at it. I talk to so many men that just say, I'm going to opt out of it.
And that's where you get the lawyer. Okay, this is how I look at it. Okay, say for instance, the police pull up on you and you got found with something and you got a case. And the case you're looking at for 5 to 10 years. You can't just say, forget that.
Right.
You can't just say, oh, I ain't going to court, it's hard, forget it.
Right.
We talk about your child.
Absolutely.
You know how frustrating this been for me, okay? But the worst thing you can do is leave your child.
And
I don't care if it's the mama, I don't care if the grandma got it. The worst thing you can do is leave your child and an enemy of you.
Right.
All these people, your enemy now. They used to be your family or y'all used to be in love, but now they're your enemy and they raising your child.
And so
that's the worst thing you can do.
And so in our communities, man, the baby mama, the baby daddy, both families just have to come together, man, and just make it work for that child, man, because so much do we see this bickering, fussing, fighting, and once it's taken to court, both families now hate each other because somebody that took it to court or somebody didn't step up. And so now the child grows up without that father, and the violence we see, statistically, that child suffers and our community suffers.
Yeah, see, the main thing is it's all language, man. It goes back to language when people are dealing with you. What is holding you from able to just ride up to the school or just come over and just like, he with me today, or you know, and it's the justice system. I mean, she can pick up the phone, call the police, or you are uninvited over here, or you go to the school can do the same. So what do you need to make sure that no one, even the police, even the school, none of them can do none of that? Right. And that's called a court order, okay? So a court order makes police, school, parents hold fast. All right? Right. I got this order from the judge, and they say, I do this with my child, woo out the bam. Everybody get out your way with court orders, okay? So even, it's really good to get a court order when you see something dangerous or something crazy going on. So you ever see that, and even as a man, you know, you like, and you hear about the mama or somebody that did something crazy, or a woman, you hear about the man that did something crazy, dangerous to the baby, you immediately go get an emergency court order with that incident in hand. And that, you could get temporary custody right there. And then the person got,
a family was, the mother and her boyfriend was abusing the young girl, and she ended up dying. The baby the boyfriend killed that child. Mm-hmm. And the father should have been fighting harder to get custody and should have been noticing those wounds on his daughter. And a lot of people are wondering where the real father was and how come he didn't notice these bruises and didn't take that to court. But I know a lot of people say that a lot of times they don't fight it and go through that court battle because them lawyers cost tens of thousands, and a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, so they got things in there like when you go to court and say for instance you can't afford court fees. Every court has fee waivers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know you on public assistance or you got no job, you immediately go for fee waivers. Immediately. So you walk in there, you like, hey, you know, it's language because you walk up there and like a fee waiver in Markham Courthouse is called a 298. So if I said, hey, go get a 298, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about?
Hell no, bro. You know all the talk now.
Right.
Brother, how long you been going through this?
You know, I'm just conscious of this stuff because I've been on it since a young man, and I don't let the courts, the police, the mama, nobody play with me about, you're not finna let nobody just come take your whip.
Right.
You're not gonna let nobody just come take your cash. You know,
right.
The same applies with your children.
Right.
And
absolutely.
See, when people are using certain weapons, so it's like you can't just go upside somebody's head and they call the police and all this other stuff. You got to go make the police listen. Mm-hmm. So how do you make police listen and school listen? That's called a court order. Okay, you go get a court order. And say, all right, Your Honor, I got such and such problem, XYZ, and this crazy stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? So all they got to do with getting both parties in there. So that's really your challenge. When you get both parties in the courthouse, you know what I'm saying? Now you can get something done. So certain things you just putting upon yourself and you just speaking on, you know, when you do the emergency order, judge kind of, they don't be so quick. It got to be something crazy. Don't be so quick to just give you no custody. You know, it got to be something crazy or something. So they gonna pass it like, hey, how the other person get in there? So that here comes. Now, if anything, when you say it's complicated, this is the complicated part. How do I get a parent that do not want to come to court or do not want to listen to my issues that he or she has to listen to come to court? And you serve them. So the first thing you do, you go to the post office, and they got certified mail. So you sit the certified mail, you keep your receipt. That's the first line. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you don't, when you go to court, that person's still not there, you can show them your certified receipt. I send it to his address. They say, all right, okay, well, they're not here. Say, all right, Your Honor, I want to send another person and to go over there and send it to them. And then those are called oh man, I don't want to badge that thing, but those are people who you can sign like a family member or a friend. I can say Donald Washington gonna serve such and such for me. Okay,
right.
And the judge it'll go in the court. All right. Okay, so now all you do is go over there and just drop it or give it to the person or put it in their hand. I don't care if it's a job, the school, wherever you gotta go slide. You know the information. That way you don't gotta argue up to the baby daddy or to the mom. You don't got to fight. Right. You know, if Donald goes, you ain't got nothing to do with the baby daddy or the mom. Okay? You go like, all right, you've been served. And then we go get a notarized, because they give you the paper and you just notarize and sign it for me, and I go back to court. Now, after that time, we don't need you no more. So you don't come to court after that? Now we can just start doing it without you. You know, so 9 times out of 10, from the notarized letter, the person will be there. Definitely, Donald would engage the matter. You know what I'm saying? They definitely gonna be there, okay? And then you can say, all right, well, I pay child support, or this is the situation, or it's an emergency situation, and I want custody. Anytime child support be talking to you, or anybody talking to you, that's when it's time to step up as a parent. That's when it's time to step up and say, I want custody, I want joint custody. You know what I'm saying? That would have the courts to have to even out how y'all demonstration is done. Because at the end of that, it's possible that the person that was started the child support is not the person who had the kid, and now they're paying child support.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. See, a lot of men, let me just finish with this. A lot of men, they don't go trying to take their kids.
Right.
you know, they don't do it.
People just give up. and not even trying to see their kid. A lot of men are saying, I just gave up. And just like you say, you're not going to let somebody just come take your whip, take your ride. So, and you know, and we, man, in our community, a lot of people were saying, man, are we enemies? It's a gender war. We got to watch out for everybody else outside our community. And now men and women are enemies, even in family. Baby mamas and baby daddies, enemies. So, and hold on.
It's like what Beyonce said. I woke up like this. So, you know, it don't matter what's going on in the world. Those your babies, man. Look, man, if you a person, mama, daddy, right, and somebody went to your house and stole the TV, right?
Right.
And you know who stole that TV. I know for a fact you stole my TV.
Right,
okay?
Right. You're not gonna fight for that?
You're not, come on, man, there's no comparison.
Right.
There's no comparison. Who told you just life is easy, man? You can get that child and you can have a hard time. Like I got teenagers, right? And you know, they have already chosen their mom's side. I mean, I love my teenagers. You know, I was a teenager at some point. That's why I was living on my own at 18. So we get to the point where we grown, we smelling ourselves.
Right.
You know, so it comes a point in time to where, you know, you kind of, teenagers kind of made up their mind, and even though you like, hey, I want to be a part in what your decision making is, and it still wraps around that. Now, I'm gonna just throw this out there, okay? I haven't did this, but I know this can be done, so I just want to put it out there. Now, when Kanye West, right, went crazy, when they said he went crazy, allegedly went crazy, how did they get him in the hospital? How did they come and take him without him saying that he didn't want to go? Like, he like, man, I ain't going to no doctor or who out the band. I ain't, you know, I'm straight. I'm okay. I don't need, and he grown. Kanye West super grown. And you can do that to grown folks. It's legal. Like, if me and your family, right, and we thought you was you wasn't your right man, or you wasn't acting right, do you know we could sign for them to come snatch you up? And you gonna need to go to the hospital for 48, 72 hours.
So tell me this. So what type of effect does that have on the child, how your children look at you, far as with fighting in court, and then now when you get your child on the weekends or wherever, get your child, and then especially when they get teenagers, you know, because, yeah, we get that too, far as with the mother or the father bashing the other parent. And so now you got the child looking at the other parent sideways, and then with that bitterness, and go out into the world with that anger within them. How did that affect the children, how they looked at you or how they looked at the mother? How did that affect them?
Well, you know, it's always going to affect any child. You know, when you have, again, look up parental alienation. You know, I want you to look up that meaning, you know, because I know that just come out of the sky for a lot of people. But
yeah, bro, right on my head, brother.
But when you have a child, you know, and they have already chosen that, you know, even though you a fit parent, you do all the things that the other parent do or more, and they made their decision. The court kind of don't want to push older child like that to go in a direction one way or the other with the child. So with that, you know what I'm saying, I just say, you know, just, you know, like I went through as a child. You know, my mama just played in the middle. And then, you know, once I felt I needed her again, then, you know, that's how you parent. That's when people out get to grow on their own a little bit. But one thing they're not going to call you for fighting them is a deadbeat parent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the key thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, you in court, you can snatch your kid, like, especially kids that's 17, even your kid 18 and 19, they still going to college, you still got a little pool with them and stuff, because they still in school and they still need some help. You can still make y'all have to do counseling. You can always make still grown folks do something. A police come right now and detain you right now. You know what I'm saying? You look like you're doing something funny. Be like, hold on, come here, sir. Oh, come here, ma'am. You can do the same thing. It's just a way you got to do about it. So if you get frustrated, all you do is, and you like, man, it's just a little bit too much. I'm not trying to do this. the same way you would pay for you to stay out of jail, you go pay for an attorney to deal with that. You go get you the attorney that's listening to you, that's actually, no, I ain't talking no swindler, the attorney that care, because I hear attorney even on our radio station every day that talk about fathers' rights and all that. You know, so you get one of them attorneys and you tell them, hey, this is what I want to be done, okay? Mm-hmm. And sometimes if you know you can't pay it, say, I want an attorney with a flat rate. I want this to be done, and I want a flat rate because I'm not able to do X, Y, Z and pay you X, Y, Z. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So that's when you tag. Because now all you doing is you on automatic. Your attorney doing all the leg work and talking. The most you look at is your court schedule. And, you know, you just come to court and you ain't got to say nothing. Let the judge say, so Mr. So or Mrs. And, you know, you say your little 2 words and what's the attorney? Yeah. That's so it.
Go to some of these comments. I see all y'all comments. What's going on, Queen Cristal? My name is Donna Washington, by the way. I see Hip's daughter. Definitely. What's up, sister? She's saying that's the reason why brothers and sisters need to talk. All these gems are being dropped but rarely shared. And yes, and then the courts tend to not evenly acknowledge parental alienation, and that's an issue. Yes, that is an issue because sometimes you do get a parent that just out of spite don't want the other child. You know, my brother been going to court for 8 years. My sister was going to court. You know, man, so I see both sides, a female going to court and a brother going to court, and all my partners go to court 8, 9, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You know all the fellas in court, man. You know what I'm saying? And I tell... Okay, let me see what you say, Hip's daughter. Once men get that child support letter in the mail, they shut down, especially good men who get that letter. Now they're forced to be put them in the system. Visitations and absence.
What's up, T?
What's going on? Who's the P Stone? What's up, brother?
That's our co-host from Grindhouse Channel. Yes, indeed. What up, P?
Grindhouse. What's up, brother? Good to see you over there. Man, weigh in, P Stone, man. Weigh in on the situation. We talk about child support, child custody.
He got a lot
of good men out there. There's a lot of good women out there too. And so I know a lot of women are saying, man, I gave him 2 years, 3 years to step up, and he still didn't step up. You know what I'm saying? And so I say, as far as with them brothers who had 3, 4 years to step up, still didn't want to step up. Them type of brothers deserve, you know what I'm saying, as far as to go to court. But it's a lot of brothers who stepped up from day one, and the female still took them to court. You know what I'm saying? That's unfair to them that stepped up right away. Their whole family stepped up, and females didn't want to deal with nothing. They just wanted to go to court and let the system handle it, which is bogus. And
can I add something in there, brother?
Yes, sir.
Like, say for instance, I got to go back to the TV in the house. Say for instance, somebody came in your house and stole your TV, right? Say for instance, the person who TV that they came in the house and stole, they parents or they family knew that they was a kind of hearted person. They not gonna, or a person that's not gonna do too much fighting. That parent or family member still would battle them people who took their TV.
Right.
The same thing with the kids. Do you know grandparents and all of them still can go and do the same thing a parent can do?
Yeah, right. Grandparents can go. Grandparents have rights too.
Yeah, your sister, brother, like you could go, like say if you're doing like what's going on with your brother stuff, you can be like, hey, I'm their uncle. I don't like what's going on. And you can do the same thing.
Right.
See, other races of people do this stuff all the time. You okay? They do this stuff all the time. That's why people don't play with their kids like that. That's why they kids, all look Jimmy and all them already finna be the senator and the governor, because we already got this plan as a whole. So it don't matter what the two parents doing, because as a community, they already got what little Jimmy finna do.
Right.
So you just can't take and do what they want just because you mama or daddy. Okay? The only way you can take what you want is you doing the best for Jimmy.
Okay?
Right. They got that. So that's what it's about. Long as you're doing what's in the best interest of that child, and don't let you got no bloodline. I mean, I can be a stranger and I can be like, I don't like what Donald doing with his child. And I can raise all type of havoc. You know what I'm saying? I go to the court and I'm like, well, who are you? Well, I'm just a friend and I was observing this. You think at some point you don't got to answer to that stuff? You got to answer to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A person can sue you for anything. If a person can sue you for anything, you can definitely go and pull up a court paper like, man, I don't like what's going on with these kids over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like what I'm seeing with their parents. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what's happening to you. That's what's happening to us. If you look at what a mom and dad don't want another parent to come around, what they gonna do? Mama and dad come over that banner, boom, 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 and they want to fight. What they at the door? You know what I'm saying? Police finna come over there. You gotta have something to tell the police, hey, hold on, homie. Okay, I got this court order right here. you know what I'm saying? Or they finna be like, right, you gotta have them type of, when you're dealing with it in that manner to where police, people call police, people doing that, you have to deal with it in that manner. Right, you understand what I'm saying?
So Hip's daughter, she said, your grandparents have rights too, but you better have one with one money. Yeah, it does cost a lot of money.
$298. Free fee waivers. See, a lot of us people, we don't understand the language. We don't understand certain stuff. So it's hard when you don't understand. You need a lawyer to charge you just to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay $125 an hour just to talk. So you don't know that I could go to court. You don't know that I could go to court and get a fee waiver. You know what I'm saying? So say for example, let's go to court and I get a fee waiver. And I say, hey, I have this issue. Now, the fee waiver, I go see the judge the same day. Because if I go up to Marco right now, and what time is it? It's 1:26. So they got two of them every day at Marco. One at 10 o'clock and one at 2 p.m. 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can see a judge the same day for your fee waiver. Most people who come to get fee waivers for name changes, you know, they got to sue somebody, but it's for poor people. You cannot get a fee waiver and you making money. You know what I'm saying? It's for people who can't afford attorneys and legal fees and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? So if you know the reason why you're not fighting, because you got money, you can just pay for a lawyer to do your legal work. But if you just pro se, you just go get a fee waiver and you fill your paperwork out. You see that judge the same day, they say, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a fee waiver. What you want it for? Hey, I want to see my son. They really gonna say it. They really gonna, all right, go ahead. And then you go take that fee waiver, you put your motion in. Now you got a court date. Okay? Now we got a court date. We finna see this to the end. That's all that's about.
Right.
That's we just finna see this to the end. You know how many times I've been frustrated? I'll be even more frustrated if somebody came and stole my TV and I'm looking at them every day watching the TV in their house. You watching my TV in their house? And he do, oh hell no. Okay? So we talking about kids, man.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. Brother, it's good to have you, bro. Tell them about your channel. I want all you guys to subscribe to his channel. Tell them your channel.
Yeah, we got the Grindhouse channel. Y'all go check us out on YouTube. Grindhouse channel. You can check me out on Nino Shy Outlaw, Instagram, Facebook, and also we got Bar None Outlaws channel as well, where we do our music platform. And I appreciate you guys for listening to it. And the grind is deep. Stay focused on them kids. You know, stay focused on them kids. There's no questions about that.
Absolutely. Stay focused on the kids, bro. So yeah, comment on this video with your links to your channel, and I want everybody to go support this brother and go to his channel and subscribe to his other channels. Yeah, leave on this video, subscribe, and I'm gonna put a link to your channels on underneath in the comment section as well, bro. As always, definitely this weekend we want to continue this conversation because we got a lot of talking, we got a lot of things, solutions to the problems in our community. That's just one of them. And I talk about solutions.
Parental alienation, people. Parental alienation. Study it, please.
Parental alienation. Make sure y'all study that because fathers have rights too. Grandparents have rights too. Everybody have rights. So y'all make sure y'all in, like you say, uncles and aunties and community members,
Yes.
and we have to come
Yes.
together as a community. But make sure y'all watch My Life in the Chi. I got a lot of stuff coming for y'all this weekend. Nino, man, bro, thanks for coming on my platform, man. And anybody else that want to come on my platform, just email me, mylifeinthechi@gmail.com. Bro, I got to come on your platform as well, bro, this weekend. With all y'all brothers. I know y'all do a group channel, and y'all got y'all channel cracking over there. I'm gonna come over there and bless y'all channel with whatever, especially about this subject, man, because this is a deep subject for the community, for our children, for our people. It is. You know, so without a doubt, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out here, man, get these people they 8 hours, man. And straight up. All right, but this is My Life in the Chi. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Peace.
Peace.